for those of you that are at home or watching at YouTube on the future and you think this deck is weird, that's because it is. So the goal of this deck, how we win, is to put Nefarious Lich or actual Lich into play with Dark Rituals and Cabal Rituals or tapping 4 mana. Then you pitch Nourishing Shoal, you pitch Wurm to Nourishing Shoal to draw a bunch of cards. And then you pitch Wurm to Nourishing Shoal to draw a bunch of cards. Eventually you have your entire deck and you kill them with Sickening Dreams. So that's the plan. The plan is to put a Lich into play and then pitch a Wurm to Nourishing Shoal. I don't know if it's a good plan, but I'll be damned if we aren't going to give it the college best. This seems pretty bad. We really don't want Sickening Dreams in our opener. I guess this card's actually kind of okay against like Young Pyromancer and stuff, huh? Oh, we have Zuran Orb too to sack our lands to draw cards. I'm going to keep this hand because we have a Ponder and a Brainstorm. Tonight's theme is draw your whole deck. 10 out of 10. Woo! I was gonna mute and eat my dinner, but it needs to cool off for a minute. It's hot. It's weird how food that comes out of the oven is hot. It's been a long time since I've cast Sickening Dreams, right? Oh, that was Wannabe Beetle and Canklebiter sponsored that banner ad. So we're looking for mana. This hand actually needs quite a bit. Although that is most of what we need, right? We need, I would say we need mana, we need a Lich, and we need a Shoal. And that is 2 of the 3. I've been playing Shutterwalk for a while. I think I have a Shutterwalk that I like. Yeah, we just did JMP, but the TLDR is that you put Lich into play, and then you pitch a giant thing to Summoner's Pact and then kill them. Basic Mountain, huh? Basic Mountain, huh? That's okay. I guess I could have been greedy here, and I could have, like, upkeeped cast the Summoner's Pact for the Worm to, like... Oh, they're a Stompy deck. Okay, I was thinking burn, too. If they have, like, a Trinisphere here, we're gonna be dead. I have ways to kill Trinisphere in the board, right? Yeah, Abrupt Decays. What's going on, Micah Mine? Good evening. No, we need a Summoner's Pact, chat. Or we needed a Shoal, sorry. Needed a Shoal. Alright, so these could all potentially come in. Probably want that. Probably want to trim Flusterstorm. I'm not actually sure how much disruption exactly we want. Like what mix of Thoughtseize and Abrupt Decays do we want? I'd probably rather just have like the answer your stuff, right? Just like forego the Thoughtseize. I'm gonna board these in. Yeah, Chalice makes decay pretty good. I'm gonna trim a Lim-Dûl's Vault too. Oh, I guess. Oh, you know what? I messed up, right? I think chat's right. Chat said, couldn't you have killed them last turn? I could have tried, right? I could have Summoner's Pacted for a Worm, and then I had the Zuran Orb with the Lich out too. That's interesting. I forgot about Zuran Orb. I forgot about Zuran Orb. Yeah, we could have gone for it last turn. I could have gone for it last turn. I forgot Orb draws us cards with Lich out. Sorry, first time playing Nourishing Lich, sorry. Yeah, Sand just doesn't do anything. I don't think I can keep Triple Decay. Seems pretty good. It's pretty okay. I'm gonna bottom that. Lead on Tropical Islands here past the turn. Well, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna have to redraw one of these. So I'm gonna put back, I think I want to keep the Dark Rituals for now, so I'm gonna redraw the Shoal here. I guess maybe I should keep the land because my opponent could 3-ball us next turn. He doesn't know how to play the turn 1 Lich, right? Look, we're gonna fumble through. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, okay? Wow, that's actually kind of a tilt. They're gonna get to name Bloodstained Mire here. Huh. There's gonna be a long pause while they read Lich here. We did not. We mulliganed out of game 3 in the 5th match. I don't know what they're gonna name here. They're probably like vigorously Googling Legacy Lich right now, trying to figure out what they're supposed to name. Oh, we got opponent. Opponent needs Oracle text. The Oracle text is on the card. That is one of the upsides. G Magic Online, the Oracle text is on the card. They named Zuran Orb. Oh, were they looking up the text of Zuran Orb? That would make sense. Oh yeah, I think MTG messed up the export. I don't know why. Oh, probably because of the Lim-Dûls. Yeah, I'll bet the Lim-Dûls messed it up. I bet there's a bug with how Lim-Dûls works. So there's another land on top of our deck, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and take a draw here. Yeah, they saw Zuran Orb game 1. So I'm going to cast this. We can just wait around here. Is Legacy worth playing in paper? I mean, if you have like a spare $3,000, it's probably worth playing. If you have a Legacy scene near where you live, it's probably worth playing. All right, I'm just gonna move on to the next one here. I definitely messed up the first game there, though. I could have put the Lich into play in the first game and then started drawing cards with it because of the Lim-Dûl or because of the Zuran Orb. This deck actually wins the game with the card that was just quoted above you there. Sickening Dreams is how we deal lethal. This is how Richard Garfield intended Magic be played, right? We did not 5-0 with Tin Wish. Lost game 3 of the third match. This hand seems pretty good. It's got a Lich, it just needs some mana. It's got a Summoner's Pact. It really doesn't even need that much mana, right? It just needs, there's a Dark Ritual. Huh. It 4-1 the league, but it 5-0'd in our hearts. Well, in the event that they have Stone Nothing, we just need a Nourishing to go off with. I think I'm gonna shuffle here. I think I need another card anyway, so I think I should. Ooh, Flusterstorm's pretty good. I'm not gonna play the Lotus Petal here because I don't want to give away that we're playing a combo deck. I could kind of suck if they're on a Hymn to Torak deck not playing the Petal here, but I think preserving the information of what archetype we're playing is worthwhile in game 1. If this was a post-board game, I'd just play this out so we could hold Flusterstorm here, but in a game 1 we gain information. All right, sorry about the interruption. Dinner is done. I'm probably just casting Lim-Dûl's Vault here, right? What website to use to find your Magic events? Also, where is the 5K in Chicago? Nerd Rage Gaming is sponsoring the 5K in Chicago. It's a team constructed event. It's Modern Legacy Standard. There isn't really a calendar that I know of that has all the Magic events on it. Yeah, I'm gonna end step the vault. Oh, really? I should Lim-Dûl's Vault for the card I'm missing? That's weird. That's a strange concept. Opponents on Sultai Elves, right? I don't understand. All the cards they've played are elves. Aren't they playing elves? That is actually great, right? I'm just going to make all the mana we can to play around a soft counter here. We also have this Flusterstorm to fight through a Force of Will. So we beat Daze plus Force here, right? There's going to be a lot of long read Nefarious Lich pauses this evening. Almost certainly. pro tip. If you read a card and you're not sure why it's in your opponent's legacy deck, you should cast your Force of Will on it. If you pick up a Magic card and read it, and you're like, why are you playing this card? It seems really terrible. You should force it. It's just good legacy rule of thumb. I think we've like 2-3'd with Narset Cannon. 2-3 sounds right. So they need double force, double blue card here to beat us. Could be looking at how Deathrite Shaman interacts with it. That's fair. Actual, factual counterspell. Okay, they could have counterspell plus force here. Was not expecting actual, factual counterspell. Alright, so we lose to force blue card. Counterspell means they're probably playing one of the 4-color mid-range decks. Yeah, can I get some of them sweet magic cards? Can I get some of them sweet magic cards? How's some of them sweet magic cards? Can I get some? Can I get a hit? Can I get a hit? This is great. Do you still feel the same for the legacy format? Yeah, the 4-color legacy. I am willing to concede that I misevaluated how good 4-color control was in legacy. I definitely think I was a little bit. I underrepresented how good the 4-color control archetype was, but I think the 4-color control and Grixis Silver decks are great. I've watched you do his cast. Additional cost to cast this spell, discard X card. So I'm just gonna Sickening Dreams now, right? I'm gonna cast this Lotus Petal. I should Thoughtseize them, actually. So I can confirm what they're playing. Had the force, but no blue card. Sucks. Alright, so deals X damage to each creature and each player. How does this card work? If you would gain life, you'd be dealt damage, exile that many cards from your graveyard instead. Oh, so Sickening Dreams literally can't kill us because we just exile the cards that we discard. This deck is so well built. This deck is so well built. Discard X cards. How many cards? All of them? There are currently there's currently 4 classifications of decks in Legacy right now. There are all-in combo decks. There's Deathrite Shaman Mush. There's Chalice of the Void decks. And there's unplayable decks that people play anyways because they're their pet Legacy deck that they really enjoy playing Magic with. Those are the four kinds of decks that are legal in Legacy at the moment. I have to exile cards from my graveyard. Well, I mean, is Miracles any good? It's okay. It's fine. I think it's worse than the 4-color mush decks on average. What were they playing? They were playing Deathrite Shaman stuff. So this is a Xantid Swarm matchup, probably. Yeah, I think Death in Texas is really poorly positioned in Legacy. You have to figure out how to win with the deck. Look, I just wanted to cover all our bases, chat. Don't judge me. We're on the scoreboard. That's basically all I wanted to do this league was get on the scoreboard at least once. So now that we're on the scoreboard, we can 0-3 or 0-4 the league and be happy. But that is what this deck is trying to do. What do I trim here? I probably want a second green storage because some of these decks play Wasteland. Nick Fit decks are really bad. Need to trim 2 cards here. I'm pretty sure I don't want to cut my Thoughtseizes against what they're doing. I think if I'm trimming Summoner's Pact, I can't really trim Zuran Orb. I guess, do I need all of these? I could probably trim one of these. 8 pieces of interaction is a lot. Maverick's not very good. Maverick's a bad version of the 4-color Deathrite Shaman Wish decks in my experience. For reference, I am by no means a Nourishing Lich expert, so we're just kind of winging it here. We're just kind of winging it. Boarding out these 3 cards and bringing in a Trop and 2 Xantid Swarms. What about Jund? Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like it fits into any of the other 3 categories. That means it has to be bad decks that people play because they're pet decks. Is the perfect format one where Nick Fit is good? Maybe. All right. I timed out someone for saying lands is very good. I'm going to quantify that timeout with one very simple statement. Jody Keefe played Turbo Depths at his last team open. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about how well positioned lands is in Legacy. Just soak that in. And if you don't know who Jody Keefe is, look him up. Look him up. Look up his history and then understand what it means for him to not play lands. I am quite possibly the best Nourishing Lich streamer on Twitch. That is definitely a factual statement. If you're just looking for the cold hard facts, Jeff Hoagland is the best Nourishing Lich streamer on Twitch. Definitely a cold hard fact. Chalice, Deathrite Shaman, good stuff, and all-in combo decks like Black Red Reanimator and Turbo Depths. Going for the twofer there, Shannon. The rant square and the Hoagland baits chat into a bingo square. Huh. So this is actually kind of interesting. Storm, I do not think Storm is a very good deck in Legacy. And again, these are all subjective opinions. If you really have your Legacy deck that you love, feel free to continue playing it. I think I just take Ponder, right? I think I just take Ponder. Because, like, Ponder helps them find more disruption. And, like, I can undo... Like, Ponder could help them find a clock, too, which is annoying, which would be annoying. This hand needs a Lich, and it needs a... Nourishing. Oh, it doesn't even need a Nourishing. It just needs a Lich, right? Because Zuran Orb can get us kickstarted. Most likely, hopefully, fingers crossed. So we're looking for a Lich. For some of the money to get into Legacy, they certainly won't have the money to get another Legacy deck. Yep. What's the most fun deck? And that Tin Fins deck that we just played is very far up there for the most fun Legacy deck I've played in a long time. It felt very powerful. Oh no, please don't exile cards out of my graveyard, opponent. Oh no. Sickening Dreams. Legacy staple Sickening Dreams, chat. How does this deck win? Kids, don't know what Legacy staple Sickening Dreams does. No respect these days. None of it. Is this a take Force of Will? Is this a take Force of Will moment? I guess I still kind of have it covered, right? And this kills me. This attacks. Because, like, the turn I go off, I'm going to go, like, Zuran Orb Petal, which makes the Flusterstorm very good. Slow ride, take it easy. Be-do-do-do. That's rude. Opponent suck. Yeah, they wanna toxic deluge the worm. Have you heard about my worm? I said, whoa, whoa, worm. Whoa, worm, whoa, worm. Oh no. Oh no, they're gonna surgically extract our worms, chat. Oh no. Oh no. They didn't take our worms away. They didn't take our worms away. Oh, God bless you, opponent. God bless us, everyone. How does humans get around Torpor Orb in Modern? They kill you in the games you don't draw it. Or they put 2/2s and 3/3s into play and attack you to death if you don't have pressure to back it up or other interaction. Ugh, what a beating. What a beating. The Zuran Orb's actually an okay take. They should just take the worm. Like, they should have taken and surgically extracted the worm. Good chance we're gonna die here now. Meddling Mage's effect does work through Torpor Orb. But Torpor Orb shuts off Kitesail Freebooter and Champion of the Parish and, what's that other card? Thalia's Lieutenant? That's true, Border Walker. That is definitely... I'm going to crack this fetch, so I need a blue land anyways if we draw a cantrip. I guess if we draw a Nourishing Shoal, we can just, like, gain 15 here to buy more time. They do have a Forcible in their hand that we're aware of, just so you know. Just so everybody's aware. Oh, they're going to Surgical our Nourishing Shoal too, right? Yeah, I'm just going to concede. We're dead. They have the Surgical and they have a Force of Will. Just pack it in and go to the next one here. It's fine though. Like I said, we can lose the rest of the league happy because we get to Lich off at least once. Maybe. We only had one orb left in our deck, Revan. Only had one orb left in our deck. Seems fine. The fact that they have discard and counter magic's a little bit brutal, though. I'm gonna any order and shuffle these, I think. What do you think is the most consistent deck in Modern? Humans, not even a question. It's one of the reasons why it has the most results. Yeah, probably, actually, Jack. That's probably optimal. How is... Yeah, they have a Wasteland too. That's annoying. I don't know. Asking a question like that's kind of silly. Probably Dredge. Dredge is very consistent. It's not very good, but it's very consistent. Affinity is rarely bad in Modern. Decks that can generate linear kills that kill by the 3rd or 4th turn of the game are rarely terrible. So I don't need this Sickening Dreams, right? I don't really need another land. I'm gonna grab another C because they have a Wasteland that we know about. I feel like just instinctually timing out anyone that just like only posts the message "I don't agree" with no explanation is worthwhile. Well, that's a hand. I guess I'll pick this Jace. Nice, Sal. Congrats. All right. For those of you that are wondering, how do you beat a thing? You don't play decks like this to beat things. You play decks like this to go fast and get under their things. So, gonna move on with our life here. There's a good chance this is our last match before we wrap up for the day. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Mondays are always my long stream days, so I'll be going for a minimum of 7.5 hours tomorrow. Probably longer if we have a good crowd, so be sure to drop on by. I think we're doing Modern tomorrow. If you didn't catch all of the Legacy stream, we've been going for a little over 5 hours today. I'm going to hit publish on a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel as soon as we're done with this league. The new blue-white Teferi Lich is doing very well against humans. Do you think it is capable of legs? It's a matter of humans adapting. I think formats like Modern and Legacy aren't about being able to beat the best deck. Formats like Modern and Legacy are about having a deck that's generically good against a percentage of the field. And the best deck is never a very large percentage of the field. Does Miracles just fall off list? Nope, all the decks get played. So every deck in the queue is a deck that has someone has paid to see it played. So I just swap it from saying today back down to Legacy, and it'll be towards the top of the Legacy queue next time we play. I don't think I've ever played a league that was more than 3 hours. I'm trying to remember. Hey, Shannon with the $40 donation. We need Grishel in the donation queue. 10 out of 10. Thank you for the support. We actually had someone else send a couple of bucks for Grishel today as well. So we'll probably start with Grishel tomorrow morning, actually. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't have a Lich. It has mana. It has a Pact. But like, it's missing the other half of the combo. It doesn't have any cantrips. This hand seems fine. It's got a Brainstorm and some other stuff in it. I do not want a Sickening Dreams. We're gonna fetch. Nope, we're on the draw. Basic Plains. Basic Plains. Hopefully we get to Thoughtseize their only Thalia here. I'm gonna cast these just in case my opponent draws a Thalia. I assume we're getting wasted here. What are they taking on? They must have drawn a 2-drop they can cast, right? Either that or their cat knocked their drink over. One of those two things is certainly the case. Yeah, Wasteland doesn't surprise me. Three and a half hours. Man, that's a long one. That's exactly what we wanted to draw. Oh, I should have sacked the Land of the Orb. Okay. No, our win count is Sickening Dreams. Legacy staple Sickening Dreams. What's going on, Nivik? You having a good weekend? Fetch land, fetch land, fetch land. Welp. Welp. We gave it our darndest, chat. This meme might be a little bit less powerful than the last one we played. Might be... I think I'm boarding this in. I'm going to cut these Thoughtseizes and board in a couple of Abrupt Decays. Oh, we've got Disfigures and Dread of Nights. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we've got Disfigures and Dread of Nights. Welcome to Thunderdome, why don't you? Who's got 2 fingers and hates death and taxes? The person that built this sideboard. They saw Zuran Orbs. That's kind of like a tell that we're doing something weird. I'd like to be known that I'm a Twitch sovereign citizen under the Cap Act of 1753. I cannot legally be timed down. Look, Schmurmy dude, and you're talking about rights and stuff like that in here. You got to know that the ministry comes in and takes all that shit away. It's from 2016. Death and taxes might have been good then. Yeah, probably. Probably. Opponent vigorously checking all of their sideboard notes, trying to figure out how to board against us. Good Hearthstone hand, bad Magic hand. I have double Dark Ritual, which means I can afford to fetch a basic island here, I think. This is, like, really unfortunate because, like, I want one of these lands, but I don't want both of them. So I think I shuffle this here. We could get punished for that, but I think it's right. Like, we get more cantrips or more lands. Either of those are pretty good for us. If they have a Thalia here, we're probably dead. Revan, you were... Alright, that's beatable. You did not lie when you said not to expect much. Lim-Dûl's Vault's actually a pretty good draw. It's not the worst. Nick Fit is not really a real deck in Legacy, no. Huh. Do we just go for it here? I feel like we should just go for it here, right? We need to draw a Summoner's Pact or a Worm in 2 cards. Yeah, we only get 2 looks. The problem is that, like, if we wait, they could kill my Zuran Orb, or they could revoke my Zuran Orb. I could draw 2. Yeah, we could. I could just pass the turn now, right? We're gonna get Flicker Wisped and die. Who's ready to get Flicker Wisped? We die if this leaves play, right? Yep. So we get potentially... So they can Revoker the Zuran Orb now. That's a Thalia. Alright, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm going to go ahead and call it an evening. I will be back tomorrow morning with some modern stuff. We had some sweet Legacy decks earlier. If you didn't catch the Depths Fin deck, be sure to check that out later. Catch everyone around. Everybody have a good evening.